I'm delighted to be here with you this evening to celebrate what's great about Savour Kilkenny virtually. I'd love to be there, we'd all love to be there, but this year is a slightly different year. So I'm actually going to be doing a fantastic dish. We're actually using a rack of lamb stroke mutton cutlets, and we've picked some fantastic vegetables from our kitchen garden here in Dunbrody house, and we're just going to cook it up really simply and let the ingredients speak for themselves. So we have some onions here, so we're just literally just going to quarter them. We've got a pan on here, and we're just going to get these onions in and get them to caramelize slightly, and while we prepare the rest of the vegetables. So you just want to quarter the onions, just like so, and then just put a touch of oil in our pan, get them in, and just kind of get a nice kind of colour on those onions while we prepare the rest of the vegetables. So we have some parsnips here. What's great about this is it's what's in your garden, what's in your local supermarket or greengrocer, what's in season. What you're looking for is root vegetables really for this. So I'm just going to, I've got parsnips here, so I'm just going to peel those down. Just discard that. Cut down the parsnips in half and lengthways. Again, get these into our pan as well. You just want to get a little bit of caramelization happening on the outside of your onions and your parsnips. Just turn that over, just check it. Yeah, see the way it's getting a lovely caramelization there. And the sweetness of the onions is actually starting to come out now. And this is actually going to work really well with the lamb. So we have a carrot here that's gone a bit mad in the garden, but that's okay. So again, peel the outside of the carrot. Just like so. Top and tail. And then just kind of keep everything this is kind of like, everything is kind of roughly cut, and it's kind of a real earthy feel about this dish, which is super. At this stage, I'm just going to put a little bit of water in the pan, and it's literally maybe about a half a centimetre water at the bottom of the pan, and then butter in there, and it's just going to add loads of flavour to that. We've got a beetroot here, which is just going to, look at that beautiful beetroot, isn't it? Oh, look at the colours of that beetroot, it's just fantastic. In they go. And we have some Savoy cabbage here. I'm just going to kind of just keep the whole leaves in there, just pop them in. Into our stove, into our pot. I eat this just the way it is. It's just fantastic. We're just going to let that poach away. Just got to put a plate on top of that if you had a lid. Perfect. Just turn that down at a low temperature and it's just going to cook away beautifully. Okay, so in our pan here we've got some beautiful Achill lamb. Achill lamb is probably one of the best lambs in the country. It's superb, and I think what makes it really special is that the lamb are free range across the whole Achill Island, and in the mornings they're up in the mountains and they're eating the heathers and getting all that beautiful flavours, and in the afternoon they come down on the beach and they eat the seaweed off the sand along the coastline there, just by the golf course, and you get kind of that lovely kind of sweetness, fragrance coming from the heather, and then you get that lovely salty flavour coming through the meat and the end. So I'm just going to cook 2 chops because that's all we should really eat. So just a little bit of olive oil on the chop. I've got my griddle pan on here, a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper going on there. Make sure that your pan is like smoking hot. You can kind of see that smoke coming off the top of the pan there. Okay, in with the chop, and you want to hear that sizzle, and it's really important that you hear the sizzle. So all the juices stay inside the meat and they don't come out onto your pan. So a bit of salt, a bit of pepper and a bit of salt. Let that cook up, and let's have a look at what we have going here. Oh, look at the colours of that. It's so vibrant, so fresh, and it's like this time of year to get that vibrance in your plate. I just think is amazing. So, oh, look at that. Just beautiful. Really, really nice. So, we just get our plate up here now. And we're going to start just building the plate up. So those lovely cabbage leaves. And I kind of want that kind of crunch going on in there. So I don't want to overcook the vegetables. I just want that lovely kind of vibrance of colour and the freshness of there. Some of the onions in there. You can see that kind of caramelization on the outside of the onions. A little bit of that beet. And it's like that butter nappied around the vegetables there in the broth. Like it's just, and look at the caramelization on the parsnips there. It's just a lovely kind of autumnal dish, I guess. And I kind of want that little bit of that juice that the vegetables is cooking in. You're going to get that lovely buttery flavour happening on that, which is what you're looking for. Just turn our chops over. And it's important when you're cooking lamb is that you don't want to eat your lamb too rare, so you kind of want it kind of medium, so nice and pink on the inside of the lamb. And then now that we've turned the lamb, I'm just going to put a little bit of butter in the pan here. And basically I just want to kind of coat the lamb with the butter. So you can see there, just going over top. And basically you get that lovely nutty flavour going through the butter. So if you add a bit of wild mushrooms in for this as well, it'd be nice to throw in a few mushrooms in around the lamb there. And you'll just get two lovely pieces of lamb. Okay, just one piece of lamb, like so. Just kind of get them to stand up like that. And there you have a really simple, beautiful piece of Achill lamb served on Dunbrody vegetables right from the garden this morning. And I just think it's a wonderful dish. Listen, it's great to be with you again this year in Savour Kilkenny. And we hope to see you all back live in Kilkenny next October.